Hello. Hello. Okay, let's get the link. Send me the link, YouTube. Thank you. Eh, hmm. Oh, I have one person watching. Really? Who's watching? Oh, nobody's watching. Oh, somebody's watching. Yo, what's up? I'm sending the link out now to everybody. Let's get this link out to everybody. Let's see. Relationship manager. And message everybody. Let's see if it actually works. Hello everybody, I'm live on YouTube. Come and ask some fun questions on this link to the chat tonight. See you soon. Going. Alright. Alright, there's that, and then let's get the post up. Let's see. Okay. Well, there you go. Now let's see who's watching. Nice. Oh, hey Sven. Hey, how are you? Sorry, I wasn't checking the chat. I was actually emailing. Yeah, I sent the link to everybody on Patreon, but I think Patreon takes a while because it's doing that oh, what is it called? I forget, but it's like when you have a lot of emails you're trying to do at once, and then it like slowly pans them out. So, what's up, Eric? How you doing, bro? You at work? Got it. What time is it? Ugh. Oh, yours just arrived? Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, hopefully we get a couple more people in here, and this is a Q&A, of course, plus we could just chat in general. Um, I will just, I guess, talk a little bit about some stuff. I was gonna say, today I actually... Oh, you took the week off. Good, 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 good. I hope you're enjoying it. What are you doing? Are you having fun? Are you doing anything interesting or exciting? Hopefully good. Listen me. Um, Hopefully you're having fun playing with the dogs and watching some idle stuff, hopefully. uh so I took all day today and basically worked on the itinerary for Machalatte's photo book shoot next month. What's up, Julio? How are you, man? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Um yeah, like Machalatte's photo book is the most massive photo book I've ever done. There's so many... Can I say fuck? I think I can, right? Yeah, freaking shots. And like I had to book... I had to like find all this stuff. What's up, Graham? Oh, enjoy Hard Rock CO City. That sounds wonderful. Go gamble. Go win some money. If you win $1 million, please send it to me, and I'll make all kinds of amazing idle things happen. I promise. No, use it on your family. They're more important, of course. But I was gonna say, Machaletti's photo book is coming along real well. There are some pretty insane shots in it, but it's definitely the most ambitious photo book I've ever done. So it literally took me 6 hours today to work through every single thing and get it figured out, which it's done. Now I just gotta translate it into Japanese and also kind of do one last little booking, but it took forever because like I have to rent this apartment, or it's a house from Airbnb. And Airbnb here requires you to do things like, if you're going to spend the night, you have to submit like the visa and the passports, or like IDs if they're Japanese citizens. And I can't do that with Matcha or Jin, her manager, because I don't know the real names. I don't want to know the real names. That's kind of like a rule in Idle. We don't ask that sort of thing. And so it's like I had to negotiate with the owners of the property to bypass that, which they were cool and they did. and it's been crazy. So, oh, you're at the office, Julia. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you spending a little bit of time doing this, even though you're working. And gambate. I know work is always really tough, but I'm really proud of you for working. I'm proud of all of you for hanging in there because I know it's not easy. Life is not easy right now for a lot of us. So thank you for stopping in, Eric. Yes, please go win some money, and let us know if you do. So that means more tattoos for you probably. um, so I did that all day, and then I actually had to meet Miho. She had to give me some stuff for. We had to go over some business stuff, and I had dinner with her, and so now she had to go do some stuff. So yeah, it's been real busy. Me and Kosame, I think we're gonna be shooting her MV this weekend or next week. This weekend, I think. So oh, I hear you, Helio. I like listening to nice people too. So we are gonna be shooting that, and it's coming along really well. So there's that too. Oh, what are you getting, Eric? Do you have anything in mind today for tattoos? Hopefully something awesome. Um, so I got that going on, and then actually I got to do all the payments to all the idols. So every month for Idol Underworld, I have to pay everybody. Usually I give myself about 10 days, but a couple of the idol groups have been asking me to pay them a little earlier this month and last month too, which is fine. It's usually the ones that do like a lot of money cash transactions with me, like. This month was obviously Imo Momo, Bakashino, Imo PPP from last month. They crushed it with the Checky sessions. Thanks to all of you guys because you guys are awesome. Thank you for that. And so I had to go meet with them yesterday and pay them. I also met with Pikarin's manager yesterday to talk to her about some stuff. They want to do some kind of promotional thing coming up here. I don't know if they're actually going to do it or not because every time they say they're going to do it, it doesn't happen. It seems, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I like working with them a lot. They're cool. It's just they're very busy, so they get to me when they can, which is cool. Ah, personal nickname tattoo, very cool. Yeah, you can never go wrong with that. Usually that or names of family members that have passed away or your favorite pet or something. I never think those will go out of style. Those are always cool. I just lost somebody on the count. That sucks. Whoever left, boo to you. That sucks. Anyways, so yeah, it's just been one of those crazy ass things. And today I heard from one of my songwriters for Kasami that he needs to kind of maybe take a break, which is a much deserved break because he's been working his butt off. But that also means now I'm kind of in a bind because I have to find a way to get her final song done. She has five right now, technically, but two of them are kind of iffy as to whether or not I want to play them live. So I kind of want to get like two more, a little bit more idol like songs because the other two songs are like straight metal. Like oh my God, they're heavy as hell. They might be a little too heavy for idol. I don't know. Chord is going to challenge a lot of people, I think. So I can't, it's only going to get more extreme from there with her. But I've been having some issues with all that too, trying to figure that out. And it's just nonstop. Plus, we got our first show offers. The girls in Kankaku Logic offered Miho and Kasame both a spot, but only Kasame can do it, unfortunately. But we actually have more show offers for Miho and Kasame in September. I got another one, which is coming up, which is great. But the problem is they're like 25-minute sets. We only have like one song. So I don't know if we're going to like Hoshiga it. Do you guys know what Hoshiga is? It's like when you play the same song over and over again in Idol. It's like I think this used to do it a lot with Nerve. They used to just Hoshiga Nerve like over and over again, which is always like really fun. But I mean, I guess it depends how much of a fan. If you're not like a big fan, you might be like, oh, this is boring. But if you're a huge fan, it might be cool. So yeah, so there's that, and then trying to figure out what we're gonna do for that. And then the birthday live is coming up, and I've been dealing with a whole bunch of drama with that. That's always fun. Groups wanting to not appear for reasons that are just unbelievable, and had to settle all of that. So it's endless, man. Welcome to Idol. But how are all of you? How is everybody doing? How is life? I hope everyone's doing well today. Hope life is going good. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do, Julio. We're gonna have to, I think. We're gonna have to add some cover songs or something because I don't know what else to do. That's pretty normal in Idol though. Idols do that all the time. When they don't have enough songs, they do that. So oh thanks, Eric. Yeah, I mean pick up your ticket whenever. I mean you got plenty of time. It's only the 5th. But I would encourage you guys to get those whenever you can. I'd like to see that as well as Miho's. If you haven't bought any Miho's stuff, please go and do that. Plus the Checky Challenge, man. We are woefully behind. We're only at like 140 tickets, I think, maybe. and she's trying to reach 400. So we gotta get those numbers way up there. So I encourage everybody to just start buying whopping amounts. Also, Kasame's CD will be available soon, along with everything else that we're doing for her. At this point, I don't know exactly what we're doing. I have to sit down and talk with her and ask her what her plan is and how she wants to distribute it. Um, I don't know what's going on there. So, oh, thank you, Sven. Yeah, well, I can't wait to get that. Guess what, Sven? There's like an Axia like right near where I live. I had no idea. It's literally 5 minutes away. So it's pretty cool. Oh, hi, Romy. How are you? What's up? Oh, you got a fever? That sucks. Ugh. Fevers suck, but at least it's a fever from the vaccination and not from the actual CD that everyone's getting. So yeah, I'm busy as hell as usual, but a little bit more than usual because between the birthday live, Miho's Checky challenge coming up, the debut of both Kosame and Miho, plus now we're starting to get show offers in September. It's just crazy because now there's like a rush on getting all the songs done. Because right now for Kasame we have chord done. We have two more songs. Well, this next song is pretty much done. I'm just waiting to get the approval. Like I have to hear what Kasame's done with the scream parts. The third song on the screaming parts, the patterns are all done. I just got to get Kasame to write lyrics for it, and then I got to hear her melodies. The last two songs we have nothing. But I have one friend doing the vocal patterns for the one scream song. It's all screaming though. And then the last song, the metal song, we have nothing. So I got to get all those done within like the next couple weeks, and that's very stressful. For Miho, she has Good Day, she has Doubt, she has the new song, which the vocal lines are all completed. The Japanese is all completed. She just has to remember it and start singing it. So that's three songs pretty much done. There's another song which the vocal lines are 80%, 90% done. I just got to get them from Scott. And then once Scott gets them to me, I got to give them to Miho, and then she's got to get the Japanese done. And then there is a fifth song that Kalen wrote. Kalen actually wrote Doubt, but he wrote another song. He wrote all the music. It's done, but he didn't write any vocal patterns for it yet. Or correction, he tried, but I didn't like it, so I told him to scrap it. And I didn't hear from him for months. And then finally he's back and he's like, yo, let's do this. And I'm like, let's do it. So this weekend, I think he's going to take a shot at it. So if he gets that, that'll be 5 songs. And the meal will be fine. Although there is one more song me and Will are working on that's coming along amazing. It's going to be a really good song to play live. It's very idle, but it's also very much what Miho's trying to do with her music and what I'm trying to do. So it's going to be crazy. Yeah. Yeah, vaccinations can be weird, especially when they're, you're injecting the virus in you. That can be a little crazy. So I wish everybody safe health when it comes to that, as well as anything else that are going on, with the vaccines. Good luck to all of you with that. Here in Japan, you can't even get it. I mean, I looked in my ward, and I'd be lucky if I get it in fucking December, because they just ran out. So. Um, Sorry, Neil's messaging me about something. Yeah, the photos are pretty amazing. I was so proud of um hold on, I have to message Neil there. Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so it's very it's very risky here when it comes to everything, and plus with the cases rising so much as to be expected, I don't know. It's a little tenuous here. I don't know what that means for the future of live events here. Hopefully they don't start blaming all of us, because so far I don't think there's been any real issues with that on a major level, but we'll see. Yeah, the songs are crazy, Romy. The stuff that goes into it. Because here's the thing, I'm a perfectionist, so when I want to do songs and I'm working with somebody to write the songs, if there's even a single melody note out of place, I'm like, nope, let's change it. Like, I don't settle. And that can be really hard. And I'm very frustrating to work with, because I have something in my head and I want to hear that. And until I hear that, we don't stop until I get it. And that's just how it is. And it sucks because I want to be the one writing. Like, I want to be the one with the guitar. I have a guitar here, but it's so hard to sit and write and then record and do all of that stuff. So I've met up with people that can do all of that, and they've been pretty good about getting my ideas and putting it into songs. And if I wasn't busy enough, once these songs are all done, I want to get into the rap scene here, the idol rap scene. because I have two idol rap songs that are done that are awesome. A third one almost all done, and I want to write like three or four more. And I definitely the thing that was holding me back on that was I didn't know how I'd audition girls for that because I my Japanese isn't that good to do that. But I found somebody that might manage them, and if they manage my rap group and I could just produce, then I don't got to worry about that. The manager can take care of all that shit. So I'm very excited because then I'll have, I'll have my Yanamu style idol via Miho. I'll have my Hagashi idol style via Kasame. Because she's doing all the heavy stuff. Then I'll have my rap stuff, and then all the genres that I pretty much love will be covered, except for EDM. I'd love to do something like Perfume, but with idols. But it's hard to do that. It's really hard because Yasutaka Nakata's such a genius, and Perfume's music's so incredible, and to do that in an idol level, I don't know. I'd have to find the next Yasutaka or talk to Yasutaka, but I don't think he'd be interested. Nor would he have the time, probably. I'm sure he's enjoying his billions of dollars doing whatever he's doing now. I think he still DJs, but I don't know. Again, there's not much of a late night live scene here that's active due to everything that's going on in the world to be expected. So, anyways, that's what's going on. I am here to field questions. Today is a question and answer session. So you guys can treat this like a checky session if you want. You guys have been so wonderful about asking all the idols questions lately, and it's been so much fun. But if you guys have any questions, this is the time to ask. Nothing is off limits. I mean, just about. Obviously, don't ask me stupid fucking questions. I'm not going to answer. But if you want to ask me just about anything, you can ask me about my life here, Japanese idols, Japanese idol culture, anything with my idols, Mion Kasami, anything with idols I work with. I will be happy to answer anything you want. So just leave your questions in the comments and I will answer. Because I feel like connecting with all of you tonight as part of the Patreon, which, by the way, thank you guys all for subscribing to that. It's just amazing that you guys are doing that for me. It's how I paid my rent. Just got my payment from Patreon today, so thank you. Can pay my rent. Oh, cool. Ask anything you want, Romy. Anything's cool. Okay, Graham. Graham's question came first. How's your pursuit of Big Shelter going? Okay, it's not because right now it's just a thought. My plan was to put out my documentary first. To get Mion Kasame going, to get into the producer role, and then approach Tanaka-san and ask him if he needs help with doing Cheki at his events, because I work with Juju. Juju often plays with ACB groups. Daiki from Cross Idea is really good with Tanaka-san and all them. They got a good connection, as far as I know. So with that being said, um, I want to approach him, but the thing is, we're just never in the same area. I'd actually have to pay to go to a Migma Shelter show, and also they're still really adhering to COVID rules, so like they don't really play as much as they were doing before. That being said, they're on my list. I want to get them by December. I don't know if I will because again, Tanaka-san's cool and he knows me, and obviously he's in my documentary, but that doesn't mean we're like bros or anything. Tanaka-san's a little bit of a hard person to pin down. Also, I don't know if he would even care. So I'm hoping he will. I mean, I sell Betterhaus stuff on Idol Underworld through Trash Up, because Trash Up actually has some of the stuff from Betterha. They put out the Betterha DVD a long time ago. So because of that, there's a good chance that maybe he might be open to that idea if I tell him, yo, I'm already selling Betterha and Sakasama, and I work with, Mizuho, and we're all cool. So why not let's just take the step further? I love Migma Shelter. They're one of the closest groups to my heart. I've cried so much to their shows. I work with Yoniko, for crying out loud. And I mean, me and Yoniko, I would say, have a pretty good working relationship. I just saw her the other night. I was supposed to get CDs from her, and of course, she forgot to bring them, and I forgot to actually bring her payment, but she's mailing them to me. I just talked to her today. She's mailing them to me. But to answer your question, it's coming, but it's just right now, I'm just waiting for the opportunity. I'm only gonna get one shot at it. So if I fuck that up, it's not gonna happen. So it's coming. Just be patient on that. Romy's question: what are the rules in regard to giving presents to idols at shows? Every idol group's different on that regard. Every single idol has a different thing. Hi, Paul. Nice to see you, bro. Good to see you tune in. Hopefully you're doing well. Paul is the best dude ever. Nice to see you. So I think the thing is, with presents, you have to really consult with the group's managers and ask them. Everyone's different. Like, for example, some groups that are really big, they have bins where you just put the presents in the bins and they give them to the idols later. Other groups are like you can give the presents directly to the idols during your checky. You can't take special time and do it like, oh, come here, idol, I want to give you a present. That's really frowned upon. But if you get a checky and you want to give a present, that happens all the time. Most of the groups I work with, like for example, I just did Barry's one man live, and Sayaka-chan was given so many presents by the fans, and this is pretty normal. Sayaka and Monica always get presents from the Barry fans. The Barry fans are really, really nice to them. So, what happens is usually in that case, if I'm their checky stuff, I'll take the present and I'll hold it for them, and then when I'm done taking the checky, I'll put the present back, or I'll let the idols hold it to give the fans like, oh, like they're holding my present. Then when the fan leaves, I'll take the present, I'll put it aside. If it gets really busy, I don't have time, we'll just put it in the back somewhere, like behind the idol where she's standing or whatever. So it really depends. Birthdays are a whole different thing. Birthdays, it's expected to give presents in almost every instance. So unless again they're super popular and there's like extra rules, some groups the girls are so popular they can't handle all the presents. So you can give presents, but you have to put it over here. The other thing is too is when you do the presents, they have rules about what you can give. For example, a lot of idols don't accept food because there's like weirdo otakus who like will put shit in food or do weird shit to the food. So like food is generally not accepted. It depends though. Depends on who you are and how much they trust you. There can be exceptions. Obviously, birthday cakes. They get birthday cakes, but a lot of idols don't eat those cakes. I've noticed they just throw them away. Like it's almost like just a symbolic gesture because they're scared there's going to be something in the food. Present wise, a lot of girls get stuffed animals, or DVDs or CDs, or just if they write something on Twitter like, "Hey, I like this brand of hand soap," a fan might bring that brand. So the idols really appreciate it though, like a lot. They appreciate it enormously. So I would encourage all idol fans to give presents. My official policy for Miho and Kasame is just send me whatever you want. As long as it's not, offensive or sexual in nature or it isn't creepy. You can send anything you want and I'll make sure they get it. And if you guys come to Japan and they're still around and you guys are able to come to the shows, feel free to give them whatever gifts you want. I feel like I can trust all of you. So I know Miho and Kasami love gifts. Miho really loves gifts. So definitely give them. It's also part of the symbiotic nature of Idol. You give the gifts to them and they're symbolically, they're giving you those gifts back through their singing, their hard work. It's part of the symbiotic process. So definitely do that if you have the ability. I know they all like it. I like gifts too. So just saying, no, it's okay. I don't need anything. Um, so I hope that answers your question. Julio's question: how is Miho coping with her father's issues? Hmm. I would say she's not. She's having a hell of a time with it. And I think I could say this comfortably for her as her producer, as her very close friend for many years. I've never seen her like this. She's been a mess. But she's trying to stay strong. She's trying to be tough. Um, she seemed in good spirits tonight. I don't know. Like we were able to have a lot of talking about some stuff, but I know it's a very difficult issue for her. And I don't know if she's really quite ready to even deal with it. And she still has to deal with it this month because of certain things as per the Japanese customs with burying parents and stuff. And I'm very concerned for her because I've never seen her this depressed, this like not happy. She's like the happiest, kindest person I know on this planet ever. And I've never seen her this down. So I would encourage all of you to help her. If you care or if you want to. I know you guys care, but I'm saying that if you can, send her some good messages online, be nice about it. She doesn't want pity, but I know she needs it. She needs the help. She needs the love, more now than ever. That support means a lot to her. So anything you guys can do for her would be good. You can start with the Checky session, help her achieve that goal so she can get her mind off of all of that's going on. That's such a huge goal for an idol who's not even debuted yet properly. Of course, she will have debuted by then. It's the next day she literally is debuting. So, well, no, next couple days. Sorry, 2 days before, 3 days before. So, um, that would be a good thing to do to get her to just do a whole bunch of poses because she has so much fun when she does the checky stuff. So do I. Like we have a blast. So that's a real good way to forget about everything. So that would be good. Also, tune in to the live stream and support her. Her debut, give her lots of love there. She's working really hard on that. And not sleeping very well, fucking her health up. Um, it's been a rough time for her. You know, anytime a person loses a parent, that's tough, you know. When you lose a family member that you love, that doesn't heal as easily as we'd like it to. You know what I mean? Um, as somebody who's been a counselor for many years in America, and I've counseled people that have lost a lot of people. I've lost countless family members to cancer and death. My grandma, my aunt, a couple of my aunts. It's weird to see a part of your past that is right now preserved here. The people in those memories in your head are gone. Like you can never make new memories with them. That's the weirdest part about death for me, is that that's the most difficult thing, is like, oh, I can't go to my grandma's and eat her meatloaf anymore because she made like the best meatloaf. Like I don't even understand how it could taste that good. She also used to make these chocolate shakes that were like, I don't know, I never tasted anything like that before. They weren't like real shakes, they were grandma shakes, you know? And I don't know if that mean if you guys are understanding, but when you can't do that anymore with a person, that's where the pain is. It's like, geez, I can't see this person anymore, you know? And you hope that maybe you'll see them again. Like I believe in an afterlife. I believe in I believe in two things about God. Okay, number one, there is a God. I absolutely believe that with all my heart. Number two, I'm not that God. So um I live my life by that. You know, sometimes I like to think I'm God, because when you're a creator like I am, you feel like you are because you're controlling everything. But I'm not. I'm also humbled every day, and I'm reminded that I'm not, because nothing goes my way and everything breaks, and then I'm like, I'm definitely not God. But in that sense, if you believe in a God, then it's not a far step to believe in an afterlife. And so for me, I'd like to think that I will meet those people that I have those memories for, and I will make new memories with them after I join them in this new world. Does that make sense? Now, I know here in Japan, it may not necessarily be that way. They might, you know, there's some idea of reincarnation. Some people just believe when you die, that's it. I believe that no matter what you believe, you're going to go to this afterlife place. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Your belief isn't going to change it. And I think that I hope that I can gain some strength from that when I continue to lose people that I love, because I'm going to continue to lose people I love. That's just part of life. We all lose people. In Miho's case, she lost somebody she didn't want to lose yet. Again, not that we ever want to lose anybody, but she really wasn't ready, you know. And it's been life changing for her, and in terms of how her relationships with the people around her, her personal feelings, and I can only hope that she'll find some solace and some comfort in time, because time really is the only thing that heals this. It's the only thing that really heals it. I mean, you can get all the advice in the world you want, just gonna go in one ear and out the other. We all know that. I think the people that give the advice are actually trying to make themselves feel better about being in the situation with you, if that makes sense. So, you miss your grandma, Eric. I miss her too for you. And I truly feel you there. All of you guys that have lost something. You know, I wrote my album Delenda, my old band from Six Store Window. The album Delenda, the second album I wrote, the last album I wrote, it's all about loss. Every song deals with a type of loss. Loss of a child, loss of the world, the universe. And so I really had meditated a lot about Delenda, you know, the promise to destroy everything, which we're all like, if you think about, we are guaranteed one thing on this earth, one thing only, and that's to die. Everything else is a choice, even including when you die. You can choose to off yourself anytime. But death is the only thing that is certain. And so you have to kind of start to think about that and accept that. And we get reminded of that. And I was reminded of that in a horrible way when Miho's father died, and it's something I haven't had to deal with in a while, thankfully. I think, I mean, I did lose somebody recently, but you know, I mean, that's just life. But yeah, my uncle Danny died, and so you know, he's part of my childhood. He's part of memories I had when I was a kid that were very good memories, and so it's like, huh, he's dead. But I hadn't seen him in a while, but still, you know. So I hope that answers your question, Julio. She's not dealing very well, but through your guys' help and your support, I'm sure she'll get through it. I think time will heal her. She's a strong girl. She really is. She's trying to stay bright and positive. That's all surface though. Just from me to you, she can use your love. So please give her some love. Just shower her online. Send her funny gifts, like GIF. Send her those on her Twitter. I mean, she'll laugh her ass off and she'll heal. You guys, you don't underestimate your healing power as fans. And I mean that. So Graham, you saw Migma Shelter a couple of times, October 2019. Yeah, Migma Shelter's the fucking shit. Compression Free is like one of the greatest songs ever written. The dance they do is my favorite dance, maybe of any idol. That middle part where Mimi Miu is in the middle and she's just standing there, and then all the girls are doing this thing around her. That when I first saw that perform live, I was right in front of them. I was like this close as me to you. I could see the sweat off Mimi and Yoniko and Seisei and Amari, which was my Oshi. And I just tears just bursting from like, oh my God, like this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And then I remember Mimi sometimes would give me high fives during the lives, and like I was always up front for them. It sucks though to be up front for Migma Shelter because everybody's dancing behind you. So when the crowd's like jumping, you're getting pushed against the railing. It reminded me of like when I would go to like old huge concerts, like when I would go see like Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, and Korn and all those groups. I was always up front. Somehow I always made up front, and I was always getting killed on the fucking railing. That's how it is at the Migma Shelter show. Now I don't know. Now it's totally different. I don't know if it's like that anymore. But because I haven't seen Migma Shelter since Osaka 2 years ago, and which sucks. I mean, I've been following them online, of course, because I love Ray Day. She was my Oshi, and they're theirs. Mimi Muse, I'm a big supporter of. I really respect Brazil for stepping in and helping Mimi Mew take Migma Shelter through the dark storm before they got all these new members. But it's still not the same for me because I was there the day all the old members graduated. I was at that show, and I just remember just breaking down and being like, this can't be happening. Like, fuck that. This cannot be happening to this group. And I thought they were done, but thank God they're not. And they're still amazing. So yeah. Thank you, Sven, for saying you buy some more Checky. Thank you, Julio, for saying that. Graham, interesting. I can't wait to see your idea. I know how crazy you can get with your Checky requests, so I'm very excited to see that. Pay your bills first, though. Go pay your bills. Go live. Checkies are important, but they're not that important. So, go live your life. And if you got time and you can help out Miho and me and everybody that that I work with, great. Yeah, Sven, definitely losing the chest contact's tough, but she will heal. Just make her smile. I think that's all you can do, and she's easy to make smile because she loves all of you guys. So, um, Julio, you can do something just by sending her a message on Twitter and saying, "Hey, I hope your day is good." Send her something funny. Talk about yourself. Give her your story. She loves all that. She laps that up. Like a thirsty dog. That's a terrible image, but you know what I mean. Like she really, really, really soaks and absorbs it. She's not like most, like, I'm not saying like most idols. I work with a lot of idols that have been idols for so long. I think the compliments sort of just bounce off them. Like, oh, really? Huh? Thanks. I've heard it all before. Mio's still brand new. She's still fresh. So it's like, it's all still being part of her. So doing that is very helpful to her. And I'm sure it will be because she's a nice girl. So she's very much like energy in, energy out. So the more energy you give her, the more it's going to come out. And I hope you guys will give her enough energy so she stands on that stage. It's going to be insane when she debuts, and she's gonna feel all your love. So thank you. Marilyn Manson, whack in 2017. Wow, I didn't even know they were still. Yeah, that's right, they're still performing. I mean, yeah, I was a Manson fan back in the day because I liked anything shocking, anything extreme. I was just into it. I entered this like new metal phase right before I got into hardcore metal, and that changed my whole life. Although I'm not ashamed of it. I had fun when I was a new metal kid. I had a lot of fun wearing my Jinkos and all that crap. Yes, and Fenny did tell me. I'll get to it in a second. Like basically, the interesting thing about Manson back then was it was definitely a lot more dangerous. It felt dangerous, and that was so cool. Now I don't know if you'd even consider it danger. It's like, oh, everybody does crazy shit now. There's a lot of Gigi Allens in the world now. Back then, maybe Manson was one of a handful that were really doing that type of crazy stuff. So, sucks what's happening in recently with the cancel culture and him just getting raked over the coals with all these people. I guess that's a whole other debate for a whole other time, but I don't know. I had some good memories at his shows. I enjoyed it. It was fun. What can you do? Yeah, a lot of dancing up and jumping up down at Migma shows. That's one thing you can expect to do when you go to see Migma. You are going to dance your ass off. It is an aerobic session. That is the best aerobic session you're ever going to have. I've seen 300-pound men jumping high in the air from Migma Shelter, all like in a row, several Japanese 300-pound otaku dudes just going crazy. But it's fun. It's a blast. Migma Shelter brings it every single time. They would be a huge get for all of us if they actually turn their focus towards the foreign fans a little bit more. Let me talk to Tanaka-san. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna have any luck with him because I'm just really intimidated by him. Even being around him, I get nervous and I get sweaty because it's Tanaka-san. He's one of the godfathers of Idol. So, having him in my documentary was fucking surreal. But talking to him, I don't know. We'll see. You're seeing Ginger November. Awesome. Very cool. Have fun. Yeah, you're gonna be properly knackered, as you Brits would like to say when you watch Enigma. Properly knackered indeed. They're great. Oh, okay. So Nate, so you asked why did Yoniko change her name to Enfeni? Well, okay. So I met with Yoniko the other day, to go, get CDs from her, which again she had forgotten them, and I'd actually forgotten to pay her, so I was just there basically to see her. She put on a hell of a show. As an artist, she's insane. She's so powerful. She looks better than she's ever looked in her entire life. She looks great. It's funny because as soon as I got there, she put two cameras in my hand. She's like, "Can you take like 50 pictures of me?" I'm like, "Yes, no problem." This is like a long-standing tradition with her. Anytime I go to her show, she employs me. She makes me go do work for her, which is hysterical because I love doing it for her because it's fucking Yoniko. She's one of the god. She's right up there with Tanaka-san. Like there's Tanaka-san, Mizuho, Yoniko, Ray, like they're all part of the originals. Like they're the Kami 7 of Chika Idol. And Yoniko, like, me and her, we just get along and she's cool. Which by the way, side note, she'll be sending me the CDs as soon as possible because I talked to her about it today and it was just an oversight. We both fucked up, so it's cool. She's great though. I know she didn't mean it. She has a lot on her mind. She was just finishing her tour the other day when I saw her. She was on like like she went to Kobe, somewhere else, I forget. I don't know. Anyways, so I talked to her about that. I'm like, why did you change your name? And here's her official answer. Her official answer is that Yoniko was part of Tanaka-san, was part of Betterha, was part of Migma Shelter, and she wanted a clean break to let people know that she is officially her own person. When she became a solo artist, she was still Yoniko. There was still that dripping over from Akbi. So Yoniko's name belongs to Akbi. Tanaka-san, it belongs to him. That's all his creation, all his idea, his concept. And Fenny is who she really is. And so she wanted to do that. Also, she now identifies as transgender. So she is, if you look at the LBGQT, she is the Q. She's the queer, she's just queer. And so she wants everybody to understand that she's not a he or a she anymore. She is a they. And so she wants Enfeni to be this like neutral composite of that. And she wants to have that identity because that's what she feels like right now. So she basically wants to start completely fresh. The problem is she still, I think, has that idol mentality, or she can't get out of that because, for example, almost everybody at that live show, it was like a 3 or 4 band live plus Yoniko or Enfeni. They were all there to see her. So it's like, and they're all old idol fans. So I don't know if everyone's quite ready to relieve themselves of that. Plus, she doesn't do Checky now. If she doesn't do Checky, I don't know how she's gonna make any money because she was a Checky queen. And when she cut that off, I was talking about that. I'm like, aren't you worried about that? It's like that was like your source of income. Like I understand J-pop artists don't do Checky as a whole, but she should still do it. I wrote her a big message the other night after the show, and I gave her some suggestions about what to do, and she hasn't properly responded yet. So we'll see what she says. But I'm hoping she'll listen to some of my ideas because I don't want to say it's a mistake what she's doing. If her heart's telling her to do it, good for her. I don't think you can. I don't think you can ever really go wrong in that regard. Honestly, even if the world thinks you're wrong, even if what you're doing is morally wrong in a sense, if your heart tells you to do something, I think you got to follow it. And I know that's dangerous advice, but and when it comes to art and creativity is what I'm applying that rule to. You got to follow it. So in my case, for example, when I write songs, I'm following my heart, which is why it takes forever because my heart's very complicated when it comes to music. I've heard it all. I've seen it all. I've done it all. So it's like I'm not satisfied until I hear something new or something interesting or something that moves me. And so it's very frustrating for me to work with people because they're already okay with like a first impression. And I'm like, well, no, let's do it 45 other ways and then we'll see. And that's just how I am. Steve Jobs was like that, I think. I think me and him have a little bit of the same. Except the difference is I'm not a dick. I don't tell people they suck and stuff. Um, yeah, I agree, Sven. I mean, I think I'm just gonna call Unico. She said it's okay. I think Unico should definitely do that. Like, I think she should try to do something where she's still retaining a little bit of that idol veneer, but she really did want to separate herself from Act B, and Unico's part of Act B, so that's why she did that. I hope that answers your question. Julio, Lyric Noir. This group is no more, right? I described them a few weeks ago. So the thing is, Lyric Noir is part of the same management company as Diablo Boy. The manager who made Diablo Boy made Lyric Noir, and Lyric Noir had some major personnel issues. The official word is they're still active. They don't have any members. So I heard from him, from Diablo Boy's manager, that he was trying to get it going again. He understands Lyricolic was amazing and people like them, but look what happened to Realis. Realis couldn't make it. Diablo Boy is the only one going now in that gym show and that management company right now. So he's putting all his efforts in Haruka, and Haruka's doing really good. She's doing great. Expect a lot of good things with me and her in the future because I want to work a lot more with him. I really like him as a manager. He's got a great personality. He's a super cool dude. He's very handsome. Lyricolic Noir was fucking wonderful. So I've been on him actually, Julio, about getting it started. I do tease him about it. I'm like, yo, when are we gonna get new Lyric Noir? Come on, when's it fucking happening? Like, let's go. He just laughs. But the thing is, I think he will bring it back. I'm just not sure when he's going to do that. He's putting all of his efforts in Haruka right now. So, she just came out with Suicide Hill and they've been doing a lot of promotion for that. And her live events have picked up. I mean, she's a grinder. She plays a lot. But it's now, if you can believe it, she's playing even more. I think she's got her Satan site coming up soon. So um yeah, she's got a lot on her plate. So, trust me from telling you, just from running Miho and Kasame, I'm going crazy. I can't imagine having Lyrical Noir, like a group with like proper, like more than just one idol. Like they had a couple idols. I don't even know what that's gonna be like when I actually go into that. Like if I get my rap idol group going, that's not gonna be a one or two. It's gonna be like 3 or 4 girls. My idea for my rap idol group was to do Wu-Tang Clan. I wanted to have 9 girls and make it like the Wu-Tang of idol. Like each girl, like I'm gonna have like an old dirty bastard idol. I'm gonna have a Method Man who's an idol, like a RZA and a Jizza. Because I love Wu-Tang. I love their like Enter the 36 Chambers, like one of the greatest things ever. And so I want to do the same thing, but with idol. But 9 girls, I want to kill myself just even thinking about it. By the way, YouTube, I don't really want to do that. Don't censor this. That was a joke. Ha 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 ha. Please don't, ban my account because I said that. Because I know how YouTube is with that. Anyways, oh, you finally got a chickie. Sorry, that's cool. Sari's still doing her thing. I think Sari's smart enough to realize she should never give up Checky because, Sari was another Checky queen. She was constantly blowing away everybody, when she was a Necroma. Like, my God, that girl did so many Checky. It was unreal. But, she's a good person to do it. The only thing with Sari that was interesting in Necroma is she'd get really possessive of you. So, like, you did a Checky with her, you better not go to anybody else's line. She'd get fucking mad at you. Well, it depends. I mean, it depends how close she is to you. Obviously, if you're brand new and you're just doing a check their first time, I don't think I never saw her be mean to like a first timer. But if you started doing checking with her a lot, you better look out. I miss her too. I miss her a lot. I miss being around her. I miss talking with her the little bit that I did. The December 2017 tour I did with them in America, me and Sari had talked quite a bit, and she's a good person as far as like her intelligence, what she does. I would be honored to work with her. I talked with her about that, but she was like, well, yeah, I'm trying to stay away from the idol thing. So she doesn't want to identify as an idol, so it makes no sense for her to be an idol underworld. So I was like, all right, that's fair enough. Sorry, I understand. Yeah, Diablo Boy is going to crush it at the birthday show. You guys better be ready. Her music though, understand it's old school. It's old school, like 80s, 90s, like visual K, but with idol. And but recently she started doing like some like harsh vocal stuff. Like the last show I saw her, she pulled out the harsh vocals for Suicide Hill, the new song, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, she can actually scream. Like that girl could be totally a hardcore death metal girl, and I had no idea. Like I had talked to Haruka about that actually, because I took Checky of her right when she put out Suicide Hill. If you guys remember, I took Checky of her in her new costume as per her request. And when we were taking the Checky, I was asking her about that, and she was like, she practiced so much for the death voice. And it's weird because you look at her, she's this tiny, super cute like girl, and you can't expect that voice to come out of her. It's always the little girls here in Japan you gotta be careful of. Oh, did you get the CD? Did you get it from Idol Underworld? I can't remember. Did I send that to you? Yeah, I hope you did. I'd be sad if you got it from somewhere else. Please don't. But yeah, so that's very cool. I am hoping that everything goes well in that regard. And eh, you can't. The link's not working. Sorry, hold on. Kotara-chan from Kankaku Logic messaged me just now because she needs something and it's not working. Why isn't that working? Come on now. Yeah, it's weird. Hold on, guys. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah, it's so weird. Why wouldn't that work? It's like, come on, man. Let's try that. Sorry about that, guys. I don't mean to just ignore you guys for a second. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Try this link. I'm trying to, because Kulturatan wants to check out Kasame's stuff. Kasame will be playing the show, and we're trying to get that going. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyways. Oh yeah. Julio. Yeah, I think I sent your stuff the Tenso route. Yeah. Oh, which by the way, I have literally shipped everything I could possibly ship right now. I'm all caught up. Isn't that awesome? The only thing that isn't shipped now are pre-orders. I think like maybe one or two. I might have one or two orders that can be shipped that are like little things from people recently, but I literally spent the past like couple days. I must have shipped out 100 packages, so around there, maybe more actually. So there's gonna be a lot of fucking packages coming to all of you like real soon. So please be on the lookout for it. Some of you guys got mini packages coming, so I'm very excited to be finally caught up on everything. Not that I really was not caught up. I've been keeping within my 2 to 3 week window of getting everything packaged and shipped out. And then I don't know how long it takes to get you guys, but I've been giving myself about 2 to 3 weeks per order, just because that feels right. So yeah, so I'm hoping you guys will all get that. So the Tenso addresses definitely help because it's easier to do that. Because Japan's JP Post doesn't require me to go through all this extensive like documentation online every time I send out one fucking checky or whatever. It's insane how much documentation I got to do just to mail stuff. But when it goes to Japan Post, like anywhere in Japan, they don't care about anything, so that's cool. But yeah, I got it all done. So yeah, hopefully guys, it'll be like Christmas in August for you guys. So yeah. Oh yeah, well, Romy, let me know when you get that address because I actually have to go into JP Post's account and change it in there, and also change it in Idol Underworld too. So go in and change it in Idol Underworld, and then tell me so that I can also change it in the JP Post. Otherwise, the JP Post it'll send to your old address. So I apologize. It only takes 6 days to reach you, Graham. That's awesome. Wow, I had no idea. That's great. Wow, that's fucking fast. I mean, I'm shipping it small package. That's crazy. Great. You have a Tenso address. Good, Eric. Good. Although, Eric, I think I've been shipping directly to you, haven't I? I can't remember. Julio, yeah. Yeah, you have the stuff from Doubt, so it's gonna be a while before I send all that out. Because A, I have to get the CD. B, I gotta get the posters. I gotta get the the bromide sets I can print out anytime. So 10 to 14 days for Germany. Oh, that's good. That's not bad. Um, yeah, what else do I have as part of her her set? I forget. um, but I good news is the CDs are being shipped. They're gonna be done soon, actually, believe it or not. So, there's a chance I could be getting them by the end of next week, which is crazy because I order them from, I order all my CDs from America, which really cuts into my profits, but I don't care because they do a good job and I like it. I like what they did with Good Day. It looked good enough for me. And they're cheap. They're about the cheapest I've found online, and they're easy. It's just streamlined. It's very easy. There's no weirdness to it. But yeah, they've been real cool. The people I have making it. So, I should be getting at least 100 copies of both Kasami and well as Miho's stuff. And yeah, I just for Kasami, like I said earlier, I have to see how she wants to distribute. Like I have to talk with her about her decision on that because I don't know if she wants to go through Idol Underworld, she wants to do it through her own site, privately. I don't know. We've been talking about doing a band camp, so maybe we'll do that. So ah, that's a lot, Nate. Wow, that's so much money. Ugh. Tenso sucks like that. Like mailing in general just sucks. It costs so much money to send anything anymore. I mean, it's just inflation, I guess. It doesn't help that EU also decided to make all your guys' lives miserable and get tax out the ass every time you get something from Japan. That sucks. I've been trying to help you guys with that, and I won't say why or how because I don't want to incriminate myself. But hopefully, you guys appreciate that. Regular mail from Japan takes 1 to 2 months. Ah, makes it faster because you're going through DHL. That makes sense. Yeah, 1 to 2 months is rough, man. It's like you got to be an Idol fan. You're like a 2 month ago Idol fan. That's hard. So I hear you, Julio. I'm just glad you're getting your stuff. I want to make sure you and everybody else is getting all the stuff. Some of the stuff is irreplaceable, so it's like I don't want stuff getting lost. But I trust Japan Post. They don't lose anything like almost ever. Usually the people that lose it are the not trying to be offensive to any of you guys, but your guys' mail and your countries is the one that tends to lose it. But that's not always the case though. But it's been my experience open. There's only been like 4, maybe 5 packages that have gone missing, and I still really am a big believer that didn't go missing on my side. Not because I don't want to take blame. I'm happy to do it. You guys know me. If I'm at fault, I will be the first to admit it. But I'm saying I just feel based off what I heard and everything, it just sounded like yeah, it got lost in transition because of something going along the way there. Maybe where it's going in the world, for example. But I don't want any packages to go lost because I take a lot of time to, you know, make all these packages for you guys. Plus, you guys are nice enough to buy. I don't want you guys to be out stuff. Also, it's just bad business. But thankfully, I've been okay in that regard. If I actually had a staff and I actually could afford like doing tracking, you can get like tracking here, but it's super expensive. They don't just offer it, which sucks. Um, yeah, I don't want to even go that route. Plus, it's expensive in the sense that it's like extra paperwork I have to do that I don't have the time to do. Not to sound mean, but I just don't. And the small package, like I said, I've only had a couple packages go missing out of literally thousands of packages that I've shipped since starting. So I just trust it. Hopefully it stays that way. I mean, the way the pandemic's going, I feel like they're going to do another hard lockdown here. But when I say hard lockdown, that basically means they're going to try their best to make everybody shut down, but nobody's listening anymore. Because everybody's tired of all that bullshit here because everybody's like, well, telling restaurants to close by 8 p.m. isn't going to stop the spread of COVID. You know what will stop it? Getting everybody vaccinated, or maybe doing a hard lockdown. But as long as they keep the train lines open here and the train stations, forget about it. There's millions and millions of people go through those stations every single day. There's no social distancing at all. Nobody social distances. You can't. Not in Japan. Japan's too small to do that. It's not because people are being dicks. You literally can't. I mean, the streets here are so tiny. The sidewalks are this big. You can't. So people wear their masks for the most part, and but people they don't want to be stuck. Like restaurants got to make money. Otherwise Japan's not gonna have a restaurant industry. So like tonight, for example, me and Miho, we went out to dinner. We found a restaurant in Kabukicho to have dinner after 8, and it was packed, and there was no problem. It was great. We had fun, and felt safe, felt very safe, and you know that's just how it is, you know. And there's some restaurants that are like, "Fuck you, Japan, we ain't listening." And the Olympics don't give. I mean, like, because of the Olympics, the government could give two shits about anybody. So once the Olympics are over, I feel the government's gonna get tough on COVID when they should have just in the first place and got tough a long time ago. Problem is they ran out of vaccines, so most people can't even get vaccinated. You know, if you want it, good luck. And they really are a big believer that alcohol is the problem, that like people get drunk and then they take their masks off and that's what's causing all the clusters. There could be nothing further from the truth. And you know, they tried blaming all the live houses back, you know, last April, which was a big blow to me and everybody that works in this industry. But then there's been no significant clusters according to that outside of maybe once, like back in April. And so nowadays people are just like whatever, you know, like they're everyone's just tired of it. Everyone's just like, you know, we've had enough. Like we're like done. Like let's not do this bullshit anymore. Like we want to live our lives. And I can't fault people for that. I really can't. I think that, you know, if this country wants to correct what's going on, there's only 3 ways to do it. One is major hard lockdown. Stop the trains. You stop the trains, we can have a lockdown. If you don't stop the trains, it won't even matter if you try to lock down because everybody has to ride those trains. You got to stop the train. You got to force the private companies to stop making their employees come into work when they could easily telecommute in a lot of cases. Japan is still into the faxing industry and the hanko stamping, so you got to be at the office to do that, which is why a lot of them don't. I mean, a lot of these companies are run by these 80-year-old dickheads that don't know what they're doing, and so they're just in a different generation. And so you got to stop all of that. Everybody, you got to make it. If you go out for 2 or 3 weeks, you're getting punished. You're getting thrown in jail. Like, because you got to go that hard. If you don't go that hard, this country is just going to keep having these problems. That's number one. Number two, you got to get everybody vaccinated. You got to make it mandatory. You just got to get everybody the vaccine. You got to get those vaccines out, and you got to do it in a way that makes sense. Like they're trying to make 80 and 90-year-old people travel to like stadium like size venues in like in Tokyo. We're talking people way out in the countryside. They can't even go out of their house. And it's like you got to make it local. But the problem is here because healthcare is so 4 days. That's insane, Grim. Um, the problem here is healthcare in Japan is privatized, a lot of it. So the private hospitals, they don't want to have anything to do with COVID. They don't want, they just they don't report the cases. They can refuse you. And so if you don't allow those doctors to give vaccines or just regular people to give vaccines, you know, we have seen some relaxation. They've been allowing the private sector to get in on this now because the government saw a light there. Like, huh, let's dump all of this on the private sector and then we can blame them for the problem. So they're like, here, private sector, go ahead. But there's no vaccines for them to use. So it's still the problem of the government. So you got to get everybody vaccinated. I mean, at the very least, let's just see what happens with vaccination, for good or for worse, whether you believe it or not. I think statistically and scientifically speaking, that's the way to go. And then the third way is to come up with a way to treat those that are sick that doesn't interrupt life. Come up with better ways to treat, better medicine, better, you know, come up with the flu medicine so that if you get the flu, you take the medicine, you're good. And then we don't stigmatize people with COVID anymore. And then if you get it, you get it. And you stay home. We treat it like chicken pox. You know, if you get chicken pox today, you don't go crazy. You just stay home, you take your medicine, you heal, and you go when you're not you go back to school when you're not infected anymore. It's not like this life-threatening thing. We got to make COVID not life-threatening. And if it becomes not life-threatening and just like a really bad cold that, you know, affects breathing, but we can give medicine to make sure your breathing's okay, we can live with COVID because it's going to stay here forever. We're not getting rid of it. I mean, unless somebody comes up with the miracle cure, which, you know, in the history of the world, that's only happened once, with polio. And even then, I don't even think that happened, you know? Unless we can actually do that, you know, Japan is going to continue to keep acting like a third world country with their approach to the COVID pandemic. So it's everybody feels that way. There's a lot of people that are just rolling their eyes at this point. They're like, yeah, state of emergency. You know, COVID only comes out after 8 p.m. We get it. Anyways. Oh, good luck, Eric. Have go go gamble, go enjoy your gambling. Please go win some idol support monies so that you can support idols with millions of dollars, including me. Thank you, and good luck with your tattoo too. Also, I would like to see a picture of it later. Doesn't matter. It's not idol. I just support your quest for getting as many tattoos as possible on your body. It's so amazing. It's awesome. Anyways, okay. Any other questions? Do we have any other questions, guys? Anything else you guys want to know? Obviously, I like to answer questions, and I'm pretty kami-tayo about it because I like to give you guys very in-depth answers if they're in-depth answers that can be given. If anybody's got any questions, questions. Anybody got any questions? Um, while you guys are thinking of some questions, hopefully you are. Um, oh, okay. Here's one. What's your thoughts about groups coming over to Europe later this year? Good idea or not? Great question. Being that I know all the people involved that are bringing them over, I'm supporting them in that sense because they're my friends that are doing it. And I really, really, really want it to succeed. Um, I really, hmm, I think we all need Idol. I think we all need it to come, and I understand it. I wonder if it is a bit too soon because what I feel is like it's a good idea in theory, but because of the Delta variant, we might see an even worser version of COVID than we've ever seen before. And it's going to run rampant all across the world because people aren't getting vaccinated, or even those that are getting vaccinated are still getting infected. And so, because of that, I feel that again, good idea in theory. I'll believe it when I actually see it. If it actually happens and it goes over, I'll be really happy for all of you that get a chance to go enjoy Idol because you can't come here. So I support it, but I am not sure if it'll actually happen or not. I hope it does, but eh, you know, that's why I'm not doing it because it's just too risky. Until I know it's 100% certainty we can go over and there won't be any issues, I'm not taking anybody. Otherwise, I got several idols that want to go, but no, we're all of the same mind thinking that it's just not safe yet. Also keep in mind, a lot of people here are not vaccinated. You cannot get vaccinations here. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. So, like for example, I'll give you a good example here. This is my vaccination card. I got it from my government. I went to the site, tried to book, nothing for months. So yeah, they're doing their job, but there's no vaccines. So that's how a lot of people are right now. So taking people overseas could be an issue there too. What I don't know if some of the groups that are going over are realizing they might all need to be vaccinated before they can get on that plane because maybe Europe, anywhere they go, might require them to be vaccinated. And I don't know if they're realizing that they might get to the airport and they might be asked, "Are you vaccinated?" And they're going to say no, and they're going to have to turn right around and leave. So I hope they're aware of that. They might need that, and if they can't get vaccinated here, those plans might be canceled for that reason too. So I'll believe it when I see it. Of course I'm supporting it. I want you guys to see Idol. I want them to go and I want them to have a good time. I completely support it, but I just will it happen? Who knows? Okay, next question. Romy. Oh, speaking of, do I have any plans to get any more tattoos? Ideally, yes. Two reasons why I'm not right now. One, money. Money is, tattoos are expensive. I don't get small tattoos. I get, big, huge tattoos. So I don't have any money to spare right now. I'm barely holding on. So I would feel it's a misusage of any money I'm getting from people buying stuff and from Idol Underworld or helping my idols out to say, "Oh, I'm gonna go spend it on tattoos." Like I'd rather spend it on food so I can eat, because that's how precarious my situation is here. Because I don't make any money from this. Like a lot of the stuff I do it because I care about the idols. I'm not doing it for money. So my profit splits with these girls, it's so little, it's unreal. But that's why I'm always like, keep buying, because if I don't get all that money, I'm fucked. But you guys have been helping me on Patreon, so that's been super helpful to me. Although I lost a couple of VIP people, so that didn't help. But like, whatever. That's fine. Like it's just tattoos are like the last thing on my mind for that reason. Number two, I don't know if I want to go through that pain anymore. I have 96 hours of tattoo work on me. That's 96 hours of just not feeling good, you know? And also I the only other tattoo I really want right now, there's two I want. One would be like right here, like on my leg, like right here. Because I don't have anything on my legs. I got like my chest, my back, my stomach, my ribs, everywhere. I was thinking about getting on my neck here, but I don't know. Like I wanted one on the front, my top leg. I wanted to get I don't know. Do you guys know that anime Jigoku Shoujo, Hell Girl? Uh, I want to get her on my leg because I really love that anime series. I'm not an anime person, but that's just one of those animes that I did watch that I like fell in love with. So Jigoku Shoujo, I would like to get her on there. But I was also thinking about getting Shel Silverstein's The Giving Tree because I have a really deep emotional attachment to that story and something from my childhood with that. And so The Giving Tree I thought would be cool. But I also thought it'd be cool to wrap them two together where like Enma is like sitting in the tree or something. I don't know. I if I do get one, it would be that. There's actually a third reason. I don't really trust any of the artists here. I know that might sound crazy. There's some really fucking talented artists here. I just haven't met any of them. My artist was the best artist I've ever seen in my life, and like I want to use him. And he's back in Ohio, and you know, like in America. And I don't even know if he does tattoos anymore. And so I would want to go to him, you know? And so it's just tattoo, it's a very personal thing. There was one idea I had. I thought it might be interesting to get the old school tattoo where it's the was it the where they poke you like this with the like the long needle. Um, I know that's very painful, but I thought it would be really cool to get because it's very Japanese, and it would just be kind of a neat thing. But I'm not a masochist. I don't like pain, so I don't know if I want to go through that. But if I were to have some magical money come to me that I could use on that, um, yeah, I'd probably get Chikoku Shoujo. I'd probably get Hell Girl because she's amazing. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen the anime, go watch it. It's one of the greatest animes ever made. Okay, what's the next question? Thank you for that. It was a good question. Sven, how did it happen you want to make Kasami be a metal idol? Did you see her perform somewhere? So I had no idea who Kasame was until I saw her on Twitter. I happened to see her on Twitter. It was random. She made no mention at all of that. There was nothing like that. I was like, hey, I want to make an idol. You know, maybe I want to do that. Would you be interested? Because I saw she wanted to like leave her old group or something, and she could speak English. And I'm like, okay. So we just started talking, and then we met, and she turned out me and her. She told me she liked the Black Dahlia murder. I'm like, fuck, really? I'm like, do you want to make idol music like that? And she's like, yes, 100%. I'm like, really? And I was like, you realize like my band toured with the Black Dahlia Murder. I know like those dudes, like Brian and Trevor are like my bros. And I'm like, and she freaked out. And it's like right there, we just decided to do it. And then I was like, would you be okay to do stuff like Glass Jaw, like, you know, grindcore, like Converge, all that. And I sent her a bunch of that music and she totally dug it. So I was like, shit, then let's do it. Let's make it happen. So it just kind of happened. But I know the thing is with Kasame's music, it could turn into rap music, EDM at any point. Her personality, her story is very much like multiple personalities. So it gives us freedom to do whatever we want. But being I'm a metal grindcore guy. That's the music I want to make. That's what we're gonna do for now. But maybe we have some parts that are gonna foray into other things. Like her newest song has like a rap part. So it's like you'll hear it. And it's not stupid and shitty new metal. It's like it's interesting. It's like very Kosame. But she's a genius. So I'll just let her decide that. Like, I mean, she's really good about coming up with stuff. So it just kind of happened. I know I wanted to make an idol that I want to make a metal idol group actually, not a solo idol. But she was just I met her. I'm like, I don't know if I could find four other girls like you, or three other girls even, or even another girl. Like she is truly one of a kind. Nobody's ever seen any idol like her before. I'm not just saying that 'cause she's my idol. I would say this if I saw her and she was being produced managed by somebody else. Like she's different. And you know, she's like my little daughter, so she's a pain in my ass, but in a good way. I love her to death. Um, okay, Nate. How much do you think musical quality matters for idols to be successful? Do the average otaku fans just care about the girls more than the songs? Great question. That is such a great question. Hmm. Yes and no. It depends on who you're seeing. It depends on the concept of the idol. So it really does come down to that. For example, if you were watching Yanami, Yanakoto Sotomuto, the quality of the songs matters. If Yanami were to put out a shitty idol song, I think their fans would be like, What is this?" But you can get a Kida Kida idol group that's, basically AKB light, and the music's just cookie cutter idol, and nobody gives a fuck about the songs. They care about the girls because they're like, these girls are so cute. We just want to support them. And the songs are an excuse, really, for the otaku to just meet the girls and do checky with them. I do feel that way sometimes, with some groups. But I feel like it really, really is not about the average otaku. It's about what is the content of the idol group. Is that, like, for example, um, I think a lot of the hardcore and metal fans, that they're Japanese fans that like hardcore metal music, like, just in general, or like American hardcore metal music, they like the Hagashi, the harder idols. They are expecting that kind of music. And so they're there for the music. And they're there for the music. And then the idols are almost secondary. That was my feeling when I first came in. When I started watching Guso Drop, I didn't buy into the idol thing. I was brand new to it. I liked the music. I was like, fuck, this is intense. And I liked the fact that kids were moshing and dancing. And I liked the fact that the girls weren't afraid to get in your face and slap you and like spit on you and Ray's case swing a bat at your face. Like, it was very violent. And I like that violence. I like extremism at shows. So um it was so insane to see that. I think the fans, though, as I got to know them, I realized they really cared about the girls too. So ideally, you have the fans that they are just there for the girls. Like, the music's secondary. They don't give a fuck about the music. Because, and why should they? The music sucks. Like, the music's like, it's cookie cutter. It's their producers hired some fucking guy who gets paid for a living to write shitty idol songs for 40 different idol groups. He's just, oh, today I got to write 5 songs. I mean, there's like no thought to it. And so, and I've met people like that, and I despise them. I fucking hate them. So, because I'm a musician, so I can't ascribe to that. But I can ascribe to the girls in those groups. There's cases where I'm just like the otaku, and like I'll support the group because the girls are ridiculously cool. And or maybe their producer's awesome, and he's just like, well, fuck it, I don't know how to write music. I want to be an idol producer. This is what I'm going to do. So I'll just buy the songs, but I'll get these girls going. Then later I'll deal with substance, and if the girls continue to go, forward, I'll get good songs. As a side point, there's a reason why some of these groups do that, is because the producer's thinking, like, idols are here today, gone today. The lifespan of an idol is like less than a year in most cases. I swear to God. So it's like, why spend all this money hiring like a really good songwriter when you know that the idols that are playing these songs, they're gonna leave, they're gonna be gone. So it's like, well, fuck it, I'll just get them out there and have fun and see what sticks. So there's that level. Then there's the level that, like, the musician types, like the guy, like all the hardcore metal dudes that are going to hardcore metal shows, but they want to see cute girls on the stage doing it instead of sweaty tattooed guys on stage or whatever. So they'll go to the idol shows, and they just want to hear heavy music and crazy music. But the idol culture allows them to participate almost 10 times more than if they go to some of these other shows. Hardcore metal in Japan isn't necessarily like it is in America. So, you know, it emulates like the idol hardcore metal world. It's all systemized, it's regulated, there's chants and mixes and things you do, and you're part of a community. So they'll start going for that. And then almost it's about the community. It's not that they don't care about the girls. The girls and the music are an excuse for them to be with their friends that they made at the show. So you got that level of fans. And then of course you have just the fucking dudes that just like idols. Like, they don't care. Like, it doesn't matter what they are. They just want to go see idols perform. They genuinely love idols and everything with it, the good music and the bad music. So the musical quality matters to them? Yeah, kind of, but it also doesn't, because it's like they just want to see the girls perform a song that they can get into. Problem is, a lot of these girls, their level of musicianship and skillship is next to none, which is purposeful, because an idol, a lot of the joy as an otaku following an idol is you could support an idol as she goes from nothing to something. There's like a real there's a real joy to that. And because of that, um the if the idol on stage is terrible, that's okay. It doesn't matter, because your hope is that she'll get better and better and better. And a lot of times, if you get a really good group, that happens. Or the ideal situation, you get good girls that know what the fuck they're doing on the stage, are great idols. You get a good set of songs that are easily memorable, and then you get a good community. And if you got those three qualities, you will survive as an idol group. You will survive in this business. How many idols actually have all three? Maybe 1% of all the idols that are out there today, honestly. Maybe less than 1%, I'd say. Most idols are missing one of those three qualities. And that's how it goes. I'll give you an example. Informal. Informal, one of the best idol groups musically I've heard in years. Every song, genius. It was written by a guy who really listened to like Thursday and all these like emo, screamo core bands in America. And Informal was basically that. They got three girls that were amazing. They had four, one quickly dropped. So they had three girls. Great. They were wonderful. They had no fans. None. Nobody gave a shit about them. And then they had a manager who, I don't know how much he did for promotion, or I know when I met him, he's super quiet. He's hard to talk to. That doesn't help. So you take a group like Informal, amazing music, amazing idols, no community. They're gone. You see what I mean? So you got to have those three elements to succeed in this business, or you're just not going to succeed. So the quality of music matters, yes, but only if you have those other elements. If you only if your quality is great, you don't have the other two, then your quality doesn't matter. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Let's see. Graham, you'd be surprised if gigs still happen. Yep, I agree. I will be too. Yeah, like so. The concerts, again, the concerts and needing to quarantine and all that, I mean, that's going to make it very difficult for anybody touring, going anywhere, if they can actually perform or not. I will be genuinely surprised if everything goes off without a hitch in that regard. But I wish them all the best. Bright Air, I'm hoping won't get postponed. Scandal, I'm hoping won't. I wish nothing but love to all of them and success to all their fans as well. Such good girls. I mean, they're like, they're our sisters in the idol world. They're over, or I'd say no, distant cousins, we'll say. But occasionally our worlds travel and go into the same. And I really, I don't want to see that. I want Japanese music to go out in the world. I have a big passion for that. So, of course, I want that to happen. But I do also have a feeling I don't want to say it's going to get postponed. I think it's just going to be more like handicapped so much that it might just be inevitably a failure. But I don't know. I want to think positive. I want to say it's going to happen. So, Sven, you saw Kasami first singing a rock song and had a hard time imagining her doing metal. Yeah, yeah. She can do anything. There's nothing that girl can't do. She truly has a brain in her head that is unparalleled to anybody I've ever seen in Idol. So I'm very excited to see what she does with the music I've given her. I'm excited to see what kind of fan base she can get here as well as keep overseas. But we have a lot of talking to do. I have not seen that girl in a while, but I will be seeing her in at least in the next 2 days. So I'm hoping we can barrel out a lot of stuff, and I'm sure we will. I mean, she's great. She's great. I have nothing negative to say about that girl. I'm very honored to work with her. So what I enjoy about Japanese music in general is that they dare to mix styles elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, I hope maybe you can understand then, Julio, why I like this world a lot, because they do that a lot. They do mix a lot of genres, and my old band did that. I mixed genres 30, 40 times in the space of a single song. So when it's done really well here, that's good. Like if you listen to Barry, if you listen to Kesuke, the producer Barry, if you listen to his old band, I can't think of their name. He gave me the CD, but I can't remember it. They do that a lot. They did a lot of mixing, which is why Barry's music's different than any other idol group. Barry's music's got a lot of intelligence to it, and you'll see when you see him at my birthday show when they perform, you'll understand. Like they bring it. They bring it hard, and Sayaka is such a strong performer. Monica adds this whole level to them. But it's smart music, it's not dumb music. It's really smart, and that's what I like about it. There's some interesting changes in some of Barry's songs that come right in the middle of the song that you're just like, where'd this come from? And it's catchy and it's truly idol. I wish I could write like Kesuke-san. He knows how to be simple yet interesting in the music he's writing. Like I never get tired of their songs, never. They don't have a bad song. So I'm really honored they're playing my birthday show. I'm honored to work with them closely, and I hope I can continue to do that. But, idol here today, gone today. You never know. Good fucking questions, guys. Those are great, great, great questions. Anybody else got any questions? Anything else? Or should we wrap up? Or I'm here if you guys have anything. Just happy to talk to you guys. Happy to see you guys all here. It's so great. It is hot as fuck here. You guys don't even want to know. Like, you walk outside, you are a shower in motion. Ugh, it's so hot. But I got my fan going, my air conditioning going, so it feels semi-normal in here. So yeah, what else was there going on? Like I was saying when I first clicked in here, I have to work on Matcha Latte's photo book. I have to get the schedule all figured out because it's just so massive and there's so much gravier stuff in it that I got to make sure it's all done properly. And then Yukonon's photo book, hopefully I will be able to get that done. And hopefully I will be working on some payments tonight and then working on music and then yeah, doing a couple other things as well. I'm trying to get my Idol Underground Japanese site opened up, which, you know, Jinsan from 15 Germ helped me get it all established, but I actually haven't even touched it. Trying to get Japanese staff here to help me with the live events. So we'll see how that goes. A lot more rabbit holes I hope you guys will be falling down to. 17 groups as of right now. So, you know, I I'm hoping for the best. I think there will be some pleasant surprises. I am planning to do something that is going to be insane, and if I can pull it off, it'll be good. I still got to talk to somebody about that. I can't say much more. All I'll say is, yeah, it'll be cool. Also, Non is coming, and you know, if you guys ever like Deep Girl or I Kill, there might be a little something from something there, maybe. I don't want to say more, but we got a lot of surprises, and then also Imomomo. If they do Zay Zay Zay, I have no idea if they're gonna pull me on stage to do another beer drink off or a food eating competition or God knows what they have planned for me. I hope they don't do anything, but you just don't know with them. Like they're insane. So I told them though to be as crazy as possible. Um, I told him there's no rules. So again, I'm hoping by the time the Olympics leave, Japan doesn't start scaremongering everybody, and then my live event will be ruined because everybody will be scared to dance and sing, and they won't want to play the show because well, like you guys are having all the dancing and it's gonna be wrong. And it's like, no, come on, just stop. But we'll see. Yeah. So thanks, Sven, for that word of encouragement to Julio. That's so cute. So thank you, Romy. Yes, it was a highlight for me too. One of the best days of my life here, and maybe in my whole life because everything went as smoothly and as beautifully as I could have asked. I got to be on stage and perform with idols. One of the highlights of my entire existence. You know, I never thought after this long journey I've had with idol, I'd actually be on stage with idols and producing idols. It's not something I had initially aimed for, but I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" You know, I was a performer my whole life, so why not be on the stage? I feel comfortable on the stage. It's nerve wracking, but once you're up there, like that adrenaline just hits you, you just go crazy. And I know I just have the best time on stage. Like I was meant for the stage. Like I live vicariously through these girls in that sense. So you know, my birthday show was great. Plus, Zombie Powder played, and they put on such a great show. And every other song they were dedicating to me, and you know, everybody just did a great job, you know. I'm sad that some of those groups that played last year aren't coming back. Um, some of them very politely declined, and others couldn't for personal reasons. But um, I thought, well, okay, that's just a chance to put up new groups and give more groups more exposure, which is kind of the point of why I wanted to do this. I wanted to get my birthday show out there as a way to get all these groups much more exposure. So far, though, nobody's buying the tickets, the live streaming tickets. So I don't know if it's actually gonna work or not. But I hope I'll get a surge from last minute people curious about it, or just tuning in, or people will bring some friends over and watching. You know, so. Oh yeah, idle halls. It depends on the venue, Sven. Sven's questions: can idle halls be filled? Some don't allow full capacity. Like Rokumeikon last year did not allow it to be full. I got it as full as I could get it both night. Like I think it was like 70 each, like morning and night. The nighttime was 70. It was sold out basically. So you know. That place can hold like 240, 250, but it depends. It just depends. Chelsea Hotel has no limits. I can fill it. So they've not told me I don't gotta obey any rules. Like lifting is about like no lifting is about the only one I'm not doing because a lot of idols here are still like not okay with that. But mixing, dancing, that's all allowed. So I'm hoping again, like when the Olympics are over, Japan doesn't start scaremongering people about all that recent high case and all of a sudden start giving a shit about Corona, and then that's gonna affect my show. I'm really hoping it doesn't, but assuming it doesn't, yeah, it's gonna be hopefully full. I haven't sold many tickets yet, but that's normal in Japan. I don't expect to sell them all through Live Pocket. Like I got a lot of walk-ups last year, so I'm sure I'll get a lot of those this year too. There's so many things, so I can only assume that one or two of those groups are going to bring a lot of people to Prism. This will be the first time that their fans can actually mix and dance. So they were created during the pandemic, so they've never heard a voice. And so I want their fans to come out, and they got a lot of fans. So they need to come out a lot. A lot of these girls and groups don't have a lot of fans here though, so it's might be pretty sparse. You know, Sayachan, Diablo Voy, they don't really got a ton of fans. They got some loyal fans, just not a ton. So if they all come out, that'd be great. But I'm really counting on my heavy hitters. Like Pentaprism's a heavy hitter for me to bring a lot of people. Imomomo, Bakishinu, and Imo PP. I'm hoping they bring all their usual groups, all their fans that go to Akiba Colors. I want them all to come. Aphrodite's got their little group of fans that will come out, but it's like a dice roll with them. Some nights they can fill like a room to half capacity. Other nights nobody shows. So I don't know what it's gonna be like that night. I also know a lot of these groups have shows before and after that day, which is going to affect my count, because a lot of people might be like, well, fuck it, like I don't, why would I go to this show and I can go to this other show? Also, because all these groups only get in 20 minutes um for their set times, there's going to be a lot of idol fans that might be like, I'll just go check them out another time. Because think about it, if you're going to see 15 Germ and that's the only group you care about, why would you pay for that whole ticket if you're going to be gone right as the show starts? Because if 15 Germ and them are going to be opening the show, like why, when you can go see 15 Drum the day before and they're going to play a 30 to 40-minute set, they might choose to skip my show, which is, that's just part of the world. I can't take that personally, but it also means I'm going to be screwed. Miho, all her fans are you guys. So unless you guys can figure out how to get here, I don't think she's going to have a single fan. Kosami may have a lot of fans. She has a lot of Japanese fans, but I don't know if they'll come. She was an idol in Kyoto. So I don't know if her fans are in Kyoto, if they're going to make the trip up to see her debut. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. So if the venue can get full, that'll help me obviously financially. I need to get at least 230 people. Well, no, 232 people to, I think, basically cover everything. But will that happen? Who knows? She has a lot of Japanese followers, but that doesn't translate on Twitter. That doesn't translate to fans. Like, you'd be surprised. Like her family and friends will be there probably, but that's it. I don't know if any fans will actually show up for her. I'm hoping to God they will. There's nothing worse than having an idol with nobody there. But her and Kusami are in the prime time. They're playing at night, so because they're playing in the evening, they're gonna have the nighttime will probably have more fans than the daytime. So they're going to have fans watching, maybe not necessarily for them, but for the groups that are coming before and after. So in that sense, we might be okay. There's no Hegel Bupan at night. Everyone's doing Schwangos. So the fans have no reason to like leave the venue during anyone's performance in the nighttime. They probably will. That's pretty normal. Like if you just need a break or whatever, especially if you're going to be there all day, because my ticket's good for all day. It's not good for just once. You can come back in with it. But I don't know. Again, I can offer all this to Japanese fans. It doesn't mean they're going to bite. They're not as easy to win over as maybe foreign fans could be, because foreign fans are just happy to go to a show because it's Idol. They're like, oh, Idol is great. Foreign Japanese fans are real picky, like super picky about what they do. I would hope they do it for me, because I've brought a lot of joy to so many of these fans. I've taken so many of these fans as checky with all of these idols. I would hope out of respect for me they would, but can I count on that? No, but you can't count on anything like that. I don't want to have any expectations. I'm just happy I get to do a birthday show. I'm happy these groups all said yes. I'm just happy to be celebrating it with all of you. And of course, I want a lot of people to check in to help the idols. I'd like more people to watch so that they can do it. But yeah, we'll see. I do have a time schedule. It's not been officially announced. I can tell you guys now though. Do you guys want to hear it? Since you guys are on my Patreon account. Actually no, because this is gonna be live stream on YouTube. Um, Private message me if you want the schedule. I can tell you, but I mean, but I don't necessarily want to give that, because it may change. because it's Idol, and I'm sure I'll get a message next week saying somebody can't play at this time and I'll have to change this time. I've already had to change the schedule like 4 or 5 times because of people either bowing out or saying they had to bow out, or, you know, could only play at this time. I mean, again, pretty normal for Idol World. This shit happens. It's a little annoying, but it's whatever. I'm just happy they're playing, so whatever. Like, I mean, I'm not mad at them. It's just like frustrating for me because it's like commit to a show and play it. It's not that hard. But for some people it has been. So whatever, again, I'm grateful they're playing, so I'm not bitching about them. But as far as the schedule goes, yeah, I got one. Will it be the same schedule on August 28th as it is today? I don't know. So I will say this: Miho and Kasami are in the evening. Aphrodite's headlining. That's not changing. Aphrodite will be the final group to play out of respect for the year I worked directly with them. Um, Momomo will be up there as well because I love them to fucking death. And Okinawa Saya-chan will be headlining the day show because you guys all want to see her. She has the most foreign fan followers, and also she deserves it. She has just been on fire recently. Which, by the way, side note, if you guys haven't picked up her special thing she's doing now, what was it, like for $100 or whatever, you can get like all this stuff, like her DVD, a personal message from her on video, all of that, like just so much stuff she's offering. Get it in now because it's only going to be up for I think another day or two, and then I got to pull it. So yeah, if you haven't bought it yet, do it. Like, support her, she deserves it. I'm sure I'll get all that stuff fast from her too. She's pretty good about getting me all that stuff like as soon as she gets it. So they listen to you guys too. Some of you guys were saying it's kind of hard to get her stuff because she only gives me like 1 or 2 copies of each CD. So they've been sending me a lot. So, and then also to expect Kasame and Miho, or at least Miho, to start playing more. Like, we'll probably be playing shows with Saya because I'm very close with them, and I really want to like work with them. So, or work with her too. They're just, and they Saya-chan always plays at Orpheus and Koiwa, which if you guys have ever been to that venue, I don't know if anybody here has, but Koiwa is such a great venue for live events. The music's good. They're really big on Corona rules, so you basically have to stand there like a deaf mute and not say anything. But that's where I did the live stream for Saya-chan earlier. Was part of the Swedish Japanese Association. But like, if you're trying to do like emotional music and stuff, that's definitely the place to check out. So I'm hoping I can do that there with Mio at least, and Saya-chan as much as they offer. So we might be doing something with them. I'm hoping. I will say this, as far as live streaming stuff, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. If it's my show, if I'm putting it on, I will always make sure it's live streamed for you guys. You guys can buy tickets. If it is not that, if it's like somebody else's show that we've been asked to do, I will always record it on my cell phone or on my camera, and I'll upload it later, probably here to my account. So you guys can always watch. So you can follow the journey. But I that all will depend if I have permission to put that on YouTube and stuff. Some venues don't like that. Some venues don't want that. So I'll have to ask. But I will always make sure you guys can be along for the journey. And for the sponsored events where I can make it professional, I'll make sure you guys can buy tickets and all that. Okay, so I'll always make sure you guys have a way to do that. I want you guys to be supporting Miho and Kasame at every show, and you guys can be like right there with them, and I think that's a good thing, So if you guys can help, that would be great. So thank you, Julio. Yeah, I like I said, it's probably gonna change. That's just how Idol is. I hope to God it doesn't, because I'm at this point, if it changes, I think I'm gonna go crazy. I've had to change it so much, and just so many different idols that were part of it just aren't now, and there's a lot. The reason why is because one of the big reasons, because that weekend is at Japan Expo, at Expo, which is this gigantic like idol festival, which basically like for example AKB48 is playing it, Juju's playing that same stage with AKB48, like all these big groups are playing it along with these smaller groups. It's basically Tokyo Idol Festival, and some of the groups that I wanted to play are part of that, and so they couldn't commit, which that was a big bummer. But I get it. It's why play my shitty little birthday show? They could go play with AKB48. I totally get it. Like, I'm not offended. It just sucks, because I wish they'd play my show. I think my show would mean more in the long run to a lot of people, but that's just me saying that. Anyways, yeah, so just stay tuned though. It's coming. We are going to definitely we're gonna have a good time on the 28th. But again, if you haven't bought the live stream ticket, pick it up. If you haven't bought Miho's Checky Challenge, please pick that up because that Checky Challenge helps me pay for the show on the 28th. All that money is basically going into the immense amount of money that I have going into the show. It's not just renting the venue; it's renting the venue, getting the live stream, making sure the idols have a proper backstage because Chelsea Hotel doesn't have one really, and so I had to rent a gigantic backstage. I'm catering it for the idols to make sure they're eating properly. It's going to be a long day. I want every girl to go home satisfied. There's a hidden rule in idol that if you want a happy idol, you feed them and then they're happy. And so I really want to I want to make it the best experience possible for the idols and also for all of you guys and for myself, of course. So kind of where I'm at with all that. So it's just very expensive, like more money. Oh, and then I had to rent room for the Hagel Bupon, so the idols that have to leave fast can actually do Bupon in a comfortable space. So yeah, it's a lot. But that being said, I hope all of you guys tune in, and I hope you guys will support Miho with her Checky challenge. 400 Checky is not anything to sneeze at. We are nowhere near that amount. I need some big hitters to come in and start throwing down 10, 20, 30 Checkies, or I don't know if we'll ever reach that. Or tell more people to buy Checky that maybe get some of your friends to do it just for fun. Our sessions are always a good time. I think Miho can also use it. Like I said earlier, she can use the pick me up, considering everything that's happened to her recently. So, that being said, I think that's everything I have. Again, I'll take any last questions. If not, I'm going to get off. We've been on for an hour and a half. Again, I mean, you guys will have more questions. I'm happy to answer. But if you guys don't, that's okay too. Thank you guys as always for tuning in and for being awesome and letting me have a chance to connect with you guys. I hope all of you guys are doing well. Hope life is good. Yeah, I hope just everyone's staying safe. Be smart. Keep staying safe. Keep supporting the idols. If you guys ever have any questions about any of the girls, any of the idols, and if I can help you, I'm happy to answer. My plans post the birthday in September. I will be doing Macheletti's photo book and working on that. I will hopefully be debuting Yukinon's photo book from Aphrodite. Hopefully that'll all be done by then. I will be doing several online live streams with as many idols as that have asked me. Diablo Haruka asked me if she can do one. Non maybe will do one. Zwark, the rap group that I started working with back in March or so, or April, they want to do one. Maybe Ochawan's. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'll see who I can do some with. Miho will take a break in September from that. Maybe Kusame will do one. I don't know. I have to ask her. I will be doing live shows with Kusame and Miho. They are going to have their first actual live shows that I'm not putting together. Like, I'm thinking every month, starting in the end of September, maybe beginning of October, to sponsor a live where we're going to live stream it, and then we'll invite groups, and it'll be all live streamed for all of you guys to buy tickets for and enjoy. So, I might start doing that every single month. I have a big show I kind of want to think about doing it's a 3-man live with some pretty huge groups in October, but again, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm still waiting on that. And then outside of that, I want to finish up my songs for Kasame Miho and get them all taken care of so I don't got to think about songwriting for a while. And then, yeah, we're just going to do some events, some activities with Miho and Kasame. I'll try to keep them as active as I can, get you guys plenty of merch to enjoy. And then I will be doing some writing of my books, and if any movie stuff comes up, maybe that too. So that's kind of the plan. But first things first, let's get the live stream, my birthday live stream, out there so everybody watches it. Let's get the Checky challenge into a place where she might actually fucking succeed. Miho doing 400 Checky is crazy, but if you guys can help her get there, that would be insanely awesome. Let's basically keep focusing, keep supporting with these girls coming up, and keep supporting me here on Patreon. That would be great. And it looks like we don't have any more questions, so I guess I'm gonna let you guys go. So I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, so there's no more questions. Okay. That's cool. If there is, it's fine. But if there isn't, then it's looking like there isn't. It's totally cool. No problem. You guys take care. Have a great day. Have a great night. Love you guys to death, and I will talk with you guys soon. Okay. So take care. Have a good one, and all of you guys stay safe. All right. And hopefully I will see you guys soon. Okay. Take care, guys. Have a good one.